This is a car for the ostentatious amongst you. It's a Panther Deville with a Jaguar V12 under the bonnet and built really for people who wanted to be noticed. For example, one was owned by Elton John. The King of Saudi Arabia had one sprayed in gold, and this very one was owned by one Oliver Reed. The original Panther Westwinds company was set up in 1972 next to Brooklands Racecourse and was the brainchild of Robert Jankel, who produced hand-built sports cars to the highest specification using modern principles of engineering and performance, but with the styling of a bygone era.
I think that what we've got here, we've got a Bugatti look-alike, like a Bugatti Royale, and a bit like a Duesenberg, but you've got modern running mechanics of today. So you've got a nice Jaguar engine, you can get parts, you can go anywhere, and it's a reliable vehicle. So you've got nostalgia plus modern running equipment.
And what kind of reactions do you get from people? Because it's a very unusual, very imposing looking car.
Yes, I think generally very good reactions, you know. I used to have a Rolls and Bentley, and people look down on those, but they look on this with quite an amount of interest. And as soon as you mention that it was originally supplied to Oliver Reed, the interest says, oh yes, well I knew him and I knew that and I've seen this film. And
any special Oliver Reed extras then?
Yes, on the radiator, the cap, he's put on it Corporal Reed and his service number. Now I understand this was done because he was a corporal in the Guards during his national service. And of course when he made it quite big in the film business, I think he wanted to go back and impress the brigadier and the colonel and park the car in the camp, and when somebody politely asked who does that car belong to, they could say Corporal Reed, sir. The other thing is, in the back seat there's a gun bag. I've only got an umbrella in it at the moment, but because the law's changed, yeah. But there is a fridge, obviously.
And what about all the switches? Because walking around the car, you can recognise bits of BL from the 1970s and early 80s. I mean, all the switches are XJ6.
Well, basically, it's a Jaguar. You know, they used as much Jaguar as they could. There's a little bit of British Leyland here and there. But that's about it. The chassis they built themselves. I understand that they built about 60 of these. I personally know in the UK and in Northern Ireland, which is the UK anyway, of 6 that exist. And of course everybody knows the most famous one that was used in the film, 101 Dalmatians, where Cruella de Vil had one. But that was an open one, and I do know of one open one that exists in this country.
And what's it like to drive?
Very pleasant. It's unhurried, you can't hurry it, and as you can see, if you want, you need a bit of acceleration, it's there. I don't think he used it extensively because of the low mileage it is now, and considering there's been about 6 other owners who've probably done little miles in it. I've done quite a bit of miles in it since I've had it, you know, and never let me down, touch wood.
At the time, they were described as the most exclusive car in the world. Only 60 were ever made, and new they were up to £100,000. Now they're between £25,000 and £40,000. Which is surprising. That must be the most paid for a car with a door from an Austin 1800.